Hi, hello guys. How have you been? I hope all of you are keeping safe and sound. So today all have heard the RRB exam dates are out and have been made available on our different RRB websites. So as exam dates are out, many of you are curious to know how to speed up the preparation or how to move with the right strategy. You have already been preparing for this exam after you filled the form, but now is the time you should really speed up your preparation. And you are puzzled with the right move. You have different questions. What to tackle, how to proceed towards the right move. And I'm here to guide you to the right stage, to the right pathway to crack RRB cbt1 and following which you will face RRB cbt2 stage. I will be sharing with you in this video some of the tips, strategies and right pathway to crack RRB cbt1. And the same I used to follow when I had written the JEE exam and I cracked, and now I'm posted as JEE in Indian Railways. So I will just ask you to watch this video till last, because during the video I will be sharing with you lot of things that you should implement or you should incorporate in your preparation. Many of you have been asking or are puzzled that I should find which is the best source to tackle CVT1. So here I can say there can't be a single source that will help you with all the solution to RRBJ CVT1. There are always going to be certain sources, and this is more than one. Not a single source will help you with the entire strategy. So you have to find out the best out of the best alternatives available. Now question is, in RRB JCVT1 what questions will you face? So the questions will comprise GS, GK, current affairs, aptitude, reasoning. These are the questions, and now you have to hit questions, means practice questions more and more, so that you will be in a comfortable position when you are going to appear in the exam. Some of you ask me suggest me one previous year source. So here I will say, first identify the areas like GS, GK, current affairs, reasoning and aptitude. So you have to find out sources in all these areas, the best sources that are reliable, that you can rely to crack the exam. If you just rely on one publication or on one book authored by some some random say XYZ, and that has published all the sections that will be covered in RWJCBT1, your situation will not be good when you are actually writing the exam. Let's start with GS, General Science. I will share with you what I did when I had written the exam and cleared CBT1. So for CBT1, for GS portion, I covered Arihant book, second was Lucent book, and third was Khanna book. These are the books that I followed, that I referred to, and I am also recommending you to go through these three books, Arihant, Lucent and Khanna. If time allows, you can cover all the chapters, all the MCQs. If this is not possible to you, if time is not allowing you, then you can always identify the strong areas, strong chapters, means the questions were likely to come, some of the important chapters of GS, and likewise you have to hit MCQs of those important chapters in the GS. Many a times against the questions, the exam name is given, like this question was asked in SSC CHSL or SSC CGL or IVPS or say Artificial Intelligence Bureau. So go on hitting questions, hit more and more. There are many questions that have been asked many a time, so they're very likely to be asked again. So time and again those questions are asked. Apart from these books that are available with you in hard copies, you can always rely on YouTube, websites. I will tell you some of the sources that you can visit on the internet. I had followed Textbook. Second was Youth for Work. Youth for Work. There also some of the finest questions are available that many exams cover. And 2 to 3 tutors or educators you can identify, you can find out from YouTube, which they upload. They have really been active. The names can be many, but that was 5 years ago. But I don't know if they are really active now. So you are smart enough to identify the educators or tutors who have been coming with the GS sources or the GS questions, important questions. If I have to share with you some of the areas of GS, then I will definitely say the human body systems, names of diseases, deficiency of which vitamin or protein causes which disease. So these are some of the areas, cells and tissues, or the inventions done in science side. Some of the popular scientists name who had discovered this technology. Next comes the current affairs. This is one area where a lot of people struggle because the aspirants are mostly occupied with doing aptitude reasoning, and aptitude reasoning they are mostly occupied with, and they leave current affairs for the last time. Say they give one big time just before the exam, so that is not going to work. You have to split your time, you have to give equal time to all. And now after exam dates are out, this is high time you should start hitting current affairs questions as well. What I did during my time when I had written, when I was preparing for RRBJ. So my sources for current affairs were, so I had followed certain sources. First source is obviously some of the educators on YouTube that everybody does. I identified 2 to 3 educators who have really been active. They are really coming out with the compilation of current affairs, last 1 year compilation of current affairs. And again, I'm going to recommend you, so you should always find out and just do it now. And you have to do revision also, just revise twice and thrice that you did for the first time. Make certain notes that are very important, so when you are visiting the viewing the videos, you should always note down the key points of current affairs. And Magapol, apart from YouTube, you have other sources like newspaper. Like some of the aspirants, I really know there are many aspirants who spend time with newspaper and just take out the important news or topics that are that are going to help in the exam. So at the last moment, those keynotes that you have taken out from the newspaper will really help out. And this is what I did also. I used to make certain highlighted areas or discoveries or some of the places where some wars took place or some agreements or some ventures or uh, inaugurations or some inventions. Likewise, I used to collect from newspaper, and at the last moment you can have a quick glance at those, so this will really help you. So first source was YouTube, second was newspaper, third is you can have certain magazines you can buy from local market, 2 to 3 magazines where the model test papers are available or previous year questions are available, and they have a good current affairs materials that you can cover, that you can revise, that you can remember. Fourth source is again textbook and SSC Adda, and there are more. Like, you're smart enough, you know better than me what are those good sources that are publishing current affairs materials, MCQs. So this is enough to cover current affairs. Third comes GK, general knowledge. This is a very wide area and this covers many things: history, geography, civics, like polity, and science and technology, obviously. So so for this you have to first read out Lucent book if you have, if this is handy with you, and you can hit the questions from some of the uh, test series if you have enrolled, or you from YouTube also you can cover it up. Start writing, start making notes, not for just for current affairs but for GK, GS also. Start writing, make bullets, write in bullets, and at the last moment you can just quickly revise. Revision is very much necessary if you are going to crack any exam, and this is what all the aspirants have done who have joined government jobs. Now for aptitude and reasoning, some of you have been asking what should be the sources, what should be the strategy, what should be the approach to tackle the questions that will come in RWJ CBT1 in the section aptitude and reasoning. So on this I will say, like, if you are going for SSC, if you are SSC aspirant, then this area is very much good for you, and you will really land in a comfortable position when you see the question. What I used to follow, what I did for aptitude and reasoning. So I had always 3 to 4 magazines that I bought from the market. So they have again previous year sets for different exams, different RRB exams, different SSC exams, IBPS exams. They have good questions on aptitude and reasoning. I had always hit those. I found out the solution where I was not sure or where I did not find the right answer. I was not able to solve. I had written certain PSU, so there also aptitude and reasoning questions are asked. So I had covered uh, many books, many PSU, previous year question bank. YouTube tutors, YouTube educators are also coming out with the tricks, the tips to tackle some of the good aptitude and reasoning questions. You can see some of the good questions in SSC previous year books. SSC CGL and SSC CHSL has very good reasoning and aptitude questions, so you can cover those if you really want to make yourself in a comfort position. And the level is not going to be the same as asked in SSC. It's a bit lighter. I would say, like, level would be a light to medium, not very hard, moderate level. On aptitude, just remember or practice all the questions on mensuration, trigonometry, and little bit algebra also. Remember all the formulas of mensuration. So now I want to summarize all that I covered or I had gone through during the time I was writing my RRBJ CBT1. So the websites were the SSC Adda, like youthforwork.com textbook, YouTube sources, YouTube educators, last year 1 year compilation of current affairs, the handy books, handy magazines, previous year question banks. So these were the sources for all together I had put here. So don't panic. You have ample time now. Although exam dates have been announced, but they have been announced in, like, quite time. You got ample time now, and this is very good thing RRB had done. During our time, we had less time before the exam dates were announced. So follow all the strategy that I had spoken here. Feel good, feel motivated, stand up for yourself, and don't worry about the number of examinees. Your competition is in your zone only. Don't worry about the number of aspirants, number of candidates who have filled up in the entire RRB, entire Railways JE exam. You're going to compete with the candidates in your zone only. So if you're really focused towards cracking RRB JE CBT1 and CBT2, this is the time. Right away start your preparation in a full swing. Make a schedule, split the day, list down all the items that you are going to study on daily basis. Devote time to all the areas that are going to be covered in RRBJ CBT1. And revision. Revision is very much necessary. With this, I conclude my words, and I just want to wish you all the best. I hope many of you will clear this exam and will join Indian Railways. Thank you. All the best.